Today, we're covering an E.G.O that is infamous for its ability to nuke small groups of enemies, and that E.G.O is Ishmael's Ardor Blossom Star. Ardor Blossom Star is a He level E.G.O, has a 19 base with a plus 22 roll, does piercing damage, and has an attack with a 3. On heads hit, raise stagger threshold by 40% of the damage dealt. Now, that might sound, oh, that's alright, but 40% of the damage dealt. You're hitting 3 targets with a skill that can roll a 41 and has, well, a 48 offense level, which is above normal. So that is going to be doing a hell of a lot of damage. Holy smokes. That's going to be doing a big amount of damage, and you're going to be healing yourself, or not healing, but you're going to be raising your stagger threshold by a massive amount. But on hit, you inflict burn by wrath resonance, which is interesting. You could inflict a lot, you could inflict a little. On heads hit, attack N, inflict 5 burn on 3 random enemies, which is a fairly good amount of burn. 15 burn applied to around 3 enemies. That's good. And the passive, Shower of Fire, is also good. On hit, if the target had burn, inflict 1 burn on 3 random enemies. Now, you see I've emphasized had. This is on hit if the target had burn. It doesn't have to have burn. It doesn't need a blah blah blah. If you inflict 1 burn and then the burn hits them and ticks off and you don't have any on them anymore, no more count, nothing, this is still going to inflict 1 burn on 3 random enemies, which is not too much. But let's say you have like a couple, let's say you're using Captain Ishmael's skill 4 or 3, blah blah blah, skill 3, and then you're hitting 4 coins. That's going to be 4 burn being applied to like 3 random enemies, and that's just a passive. That's pretty good, actually. Now your sanity is actually going to be quite good because you're only going to be spending 20 sanity instead of the average 25 for He's. You're going to have to cough up 4 wrath, 2 lust, and 1 envy, which is going to come together to create a 7 E.G.O resource costing E.G.O, which is, I suppose that's probably pretty average for He's, but that is really worth it for what it does. And, well, ineffective to Wrath, Endure to Lust, Fatal to Sloth, and Fatal to Gloom. Those are the resistances that you'll be getting after you use this E.G.O. Upon corroding, your roll will change to a 41 base with a negative 22 coin. You'll be dealing blunt damage, has an attack with a 5. That's pretty phenomenal. 41 roll max with attack with a 5. That's actually the same as it would be rolling on base with a maximum of 41 and a minimum of 19. So on loot, you lose HP by 10% of max HP. That is not too bad, right? But that means you can't spam this corrosion, or else if you use it 10 times, game over for you. But after your attack, inflict burn by 2 times wrath resonance on all units, so that's just 2 times as good as the one you have on your awakening. On hit, raise stagger threshold by 60% of the damage dealt. Now that's just 20% better than what you had on your awakening. Now I like that. Same maximum rolls, but more attack weight. You lose some HP, but you do more burn, and you get more stagger threshold. That is pretty phenomenal, actually. Ding ding ding, it's time for the rating. And we're going to be starting with drip, as for always. And for the drip, on your awakening, you're going to be gaining wings and get a nice orange sweater, or jacket I suppose, and an orange dress, sort of a dress. But I really like this, because orange it smashes Ishmael's hair, right? And it just works so well. The style of the flames, like the swirls in it. And on Corrosion, oh my goodness, does the Corrosion also look good. It's like, kind of reminds me of the Force Match Flames Corrosions, if I could compare them. But it is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, I guess I can rate it nothing but a 10. Speaking of 10s, we already know what the strength of this E.G.O is going to be, and that's going to be a big old 10. Humongous roll, good AoE on base, insane roll on corrosion. Well, I mean, insane roll is the same as base, so I guess both are the insane rolls. But the corrosion has more AoE, which is phenomenal for the attack, for just the damage it's doing. Like, to put you into perspective, Capote and Merceau rolls like 4 higher, but only has 1 attack weight. Where this rules for lower and has 3 attack weight and then has 5 attack weight. Now that is insane, and for that alone it's going to be 10. But it also gets boosted up there because of the burn that you're doing. You're not putting too much on one guy, but if you're fighting multiple, which you probably will because this is AoE, you're going to be inflicting burn on here. You're going to be doing burn on a lot of things. Not a lot on one, but a lot or a little on a lot. That's how you're going to be inflicting it. And for the usefulness of this E.G.O, you can inflict a hell of a lot of burn on like a bunch of different enemies with the resonance if you do it right. With the passive is great. Oh my goodness, the passive is amazing. Because Leo Ishmael has quite a bit of coin skills. She has a 3 coin skill 2 and then a 4 coin skill 3, I think I'm right, but I'm not gonna look it up though. But so it's very useful, and not even just burn for the roll that you're getting, the enemies you're hitting, all that jazz, but you're also for the stagger threshold that you're gaining. If you use this E.G.O consistently, you're not getting staggered. Like, you are not even close to getting staggered if you use this, which is why I'm gonna have to put it at a 9, which is quite crazy that a E.G.O get a 10, a 10, and a 9. But saying that, the ratings speak for itself on this E.G.O. It is phenomenal. I would recommend you use it. I don't believe Ishmael has any other E.G.Os to compete with it. Not like they would really be able to compete with it unless it's an amazing E.G.O, because that's what this is. This is an insane, probably one of the 3 best E.G.Os, and definitely one of the highest rolling E.G.Os in the game. So, if that doesn't say enough about it, then I don't know what will. But yeah, that's about it.